It's the divisional round in the NFL, and that means a trip to the conference championship is on the line here today on EA Sports.
We're getting set for this divisional matchup. One team coming off the bye that was well-earned, and the other team coming off a win.
Man, we felt the energy in the stadium. We know the team that's coming off the bye, they're rested, their fans are fired up. It is going to be an exciting start.
And this divisional playoff game is underway. A trip to the conference championship on the line. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. Coleman's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Makes the reception. Tackled down right around the 48.
The defensive line now shifting to a spread look. They're going to try to pressure the quarterback on this play. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Ryan's back at it now, dropping back once again. And ball is out. The defense has the football.
Well, the one thing we know about the NFL, when you have the football in your hands, they are going to attack it. You got to know that as a ball carrier, protect it a lot better.
Playing press coverage to the outside.
Let's go. Right Navy. Right Navy.
The Vikings have it at the 39. Complete to Wallace.
Mike Wallace was dealt to the Vikings from Miami after the Dolphins had acquired him a couple of years before in free agency, paid a lot of money for him. Things did not work out in Miami, but what about here in Minnesota?
Jim, Norv Turner's the offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, and one thing about him, he likes to run the football, but he likes a fast wide receiver like Mike Wallace so they can get those big pass plays down the field.
So they complete that one, yet it's still second down.
Let's go. Right Navy. Right Navy.
Look at the defensive linemen talking. They're all now shifting to the left.
Second down and 7.
Paul Richardson makes the grab. Vic Beasley had a monster career at Clemson, and he's a player to watch on that defense.
Yeah, the Atlanta Falcons, they need help all over on the defensive side, and the first thing you must do is get somebody to rush the quarterback.
Tight end in motion. Third down and 3.
They take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Peterson's able to get it done that time. Why? Because he has the power and the will to make it happen. Third short, he just gets it done with sheer willpower.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
First down and 10.
Launching it deep. What a catch. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
Playoffs so different from the regular season. The divisional round of the playoffs, when you score first, that makes you feel great. So that is a wonderful touchdown there by the offense.
And the extra point is good. The Vikings getting ready to kick it away.
Hester will run this one out. And he's met head-on right there at the 20.
The Falcons offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
The Falcons take it from the 23. Makes the catch. That's a tackle right near the 48.
Now to be a running back in the NFL, you got to do more than one thing, and you got to be part of the pass game. That was a wonderful job, catching the short pass and picking up all those extra yards.
This play set up by the long gainer. Freeman's going to take the handoff now.
One player to watch on offense is the rookie running back out of Indiana, Tevin Coleman.
Well, the one thing Tevin Coleman has, Jim, he has a lot of speed, and he's going to fit the run scheme that the Atlanta Falcons have now under Kyle Shanahan on the offensive side. Look out with him and Matt Ryan. That is going to help a lot. The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
2nd down and 8.
He'll throw it over the middle.
The reception by Martavis Bryant. Kendricks there to take him down.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL now, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Trying to plow ahead. And that's Robeson in on the stop.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to. And also, it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Matt Ryan under center.
2nd down, 4 to go.
Smith there to make the stop.
First down by the offense in the red zone. And, you know, you're on the defensive side. You don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
1st and goal. They hand it off to him again. Trying to find it over to the right. He's one of the top cover guys in the NFL and was Madden 15 cover guy. Richard Sherman.
Jim, I don't care what anybody says. Richard Sherman may talk, say some things you don't like, but this guy can play football, and he is absolutely one of the top 2 corners in the NFL.
2nd and goal from the 9. Toss to the outside.
Can they call a play the defense hasn't seen yet to this point today? So it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown ties it. I can't wait to see what the offense decides to do.
Loss of 4 on the play. Coming up to the line at the 13-yard line.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
3rd down and 13. Looking across the middle. That's a gain of 10.
Sometimes they tell the receiver just to go long, run a fly route, run a 9 route, because that means straight ahead or a streak. Show the speed that you have and get it done.
With almost an entire quarter in the books, they at least have a field goal to brag about.
Jim, it's kind of like a round of golf. You know a lot about that. Sometimes you don't birdie or par the first couple holes, but it's a long contest. It's a long game, and I think they got their confidence going with that field goal.
And the 29, not quite to the 30. The Vikings have it at the 29.
With two hands, he has it. And he steps out of the field of play.
Quarterbacks always love play-action passes. Why? Because it usually gives them a little more time to throw. When you get more time, you're going to make a better decision, and you're going to be more accurate.
Here we are about to start the second quarter, and both offenses still seem to be trying to figure out a game plan for this one, Phil.
The heck with figuring out things. It's time to open it up a little bit. You got to take some chances to make positive plays in this league. These are good defenses, so if you want to get some productive plays on the offensive side, take a chance and go down the field with the football. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Gains 11.
When you play a cover 3 defense, you protect against the deep pass, but the problem is all the underneath stuff is wide open, and the quarterback is taking advantage of that.
Bridgewater's 5 for 5 after that completion. In plus territory at the 49.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
Bridgewater standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. He's got the catch. Taken down at the 33. That's another reception, giving him 2. The snap will come at the 33.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They motion the receiver around to the other side. Peterson's going to secure the handoff.
And pick up about 4.
Peterson's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
Falcons defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense.
Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers.
The Vikings have it at the 29. And it's swatted away.
That was excellent man-to-man coverage that time. When you want to shut down a receiver, really the only way to do it is to man up and play him one-on-one.
This is third down.
The Vikings will line up. The first down markers right at the 23-yard line.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
3rd and 7.
And Wallace got it on a pass that had some heat. All set up now at the 16. The Falcons will come out in the dime. Bridgewater's going to take the snap from the shotgun. No room to complete that one.
Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort.
Let's go. 2nd and 10. Adrian Peterson takes the football.
And
that's a gain of 10.
Well, why not? When you get in the red zone, who do you want to give the football to? Adrian Peterson. That's a nice job by Adrian Peterson running the football there and picking up some solid yards.
Stepping up to the line at the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
They send the tight end in motion.
And he'll take the snap and plow ahead.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone. But there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold it.
First down here after the run. Here's the handoff to Adrian Peterson. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings.
And a second touchdown on the game. The Vikings with an extra point try on the way. And the point after is good. The Falcons ready to return the kick. Hester, the return man here.
There is nothing like a good return when you talk about special teams. Good blocking, the speed of the returner gets down the field, and after that tackle, now they have good starting field position.
Press coverage all the way. Coleman's lined up in a single back formation.
You see the linebackers moving? What they're trying to do is confuse the quarterback.
First down at the 41.
Running room. Ryan will avoid the hit and slide down.
It's not as easy as it looks. That quarterback, good job of sliding before he takes the hit that time. Now he's going to change the play, and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
First and 10. Has it right on the sideline, inbounds.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver. And why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
Ryan 6 for 6 now with that completion. The Vikings defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Coleman's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back.
Here they come to the line at the 23.
Matt Ryan under center. Second and 2. Freeman's got on the handoff. Halftime, 2 minutes away. On the way, third down. Third and 3. The give this time to the fullback. The offense coming to the line inside the opponent's 20. The Vikings lined up in the nickel. First down at the 20. Sherman's able to read that play and make the hit. The Falcons trail in this one, and the running game has not been an asset. Coleman's been off the mark, and that's a big reason why they're trailing in this one.
That's right. It hasn't worked. So what do you say? Don't be afraid to change. What you have to do, you call the plays. They give your team the best chance to win, and they better start changing those play calls. Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Falcons have it at the 24. He makes the catch. That's a pickup of 14.
How about that? We just saw the fly route straight down the field by the receiver. Long throw by the quarterback and a nice completion.
Ryan's 7 for 7 with that completion. The quarterback motions the wide receiver. And he'll hand it off to the fullback. That picks up 7.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
Defense ready in the goal line formation on this one.
So first and goal to go.
And here's the toss. Touchdown. This game is tight. And as we approach halftime, that touchdown certainly makes the lead look a lot less secure than it was just a few minutes ago.
It's going to change those halftime speeches, isn't it? One team is going to say, hey, look, we played awful, but we found a way to hang into the game. And the other team has to be disappointed. They dominated, and now they're in a close contest.
Patterson won't test the coverage here as he takes a knee. The Vikings will be trying to make it 3 successful drives in a row as they retake the field here on offense, partner.
They got a great feeling from the offense so far. In other words, they're confident, they feel good, so you need to keep calling plays. They keep the offensive players in a positive frame of mind. You do that, hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see them march down here and score again.
The Vikings are going to line up. Close game, second quarter. The score's 14-10.
Let's go.
Look at the linebackers moving around. They're trying to confuse the quarterback.
The give and a gain of 4. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
Peterson's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
The teams head to the locker room, and we'll be heading to the studio to our pal Larry Ridley as you watch the NFL on EA Sports. The second half of this divisional playoff game has kicked. Who is going to prevail in the end? Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Vikings take the field here in the second half, looking to extend their lead in this one, partner.
Yeah, you know what you do? It's halftime is over. You come out here. You're not sure what the new game plan is going to be, but feel your way into the game. Don't take a chance early and turn the football over.
The Vikings line up, split backfield.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Bridgewater's got it in the gun. Launches it down the field. Grabs it with one hand. The 10, and he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
Never be satisfied in the NFL. Players are just too good. So when you get a chance to score, even though you're leading, take advantage of it. Awesome job by the coordinator on those play calls.
Inside of the uprights. The Falcons in kick return formation. Hester's going to run this one out. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Falcons on a quest for their 3rd straight scoring drive here, Phil. They've been having their way with that defense on these last few possessions.
Well, let me say this, Jim, it's not that easy to score points in the NFL, not the way they're making it look, and they're confident, they look like they're fast, they're fresh, they're rested. It's been fun to watch.
They're going to the hurry. Back to the line now. 2nd down and 4. Coleman's ball is out, and the defense has it.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
First down at the 19.
Wright has the reception.
Adams there to take it down.
Vikings offensive coordinator does a good job that time calling the pass down here in the red zone. Caught the defense off guard. They got the completion for a good gain.
Bridgewater's completion percentage, 80% on the day. That's a gain of 6.
That's a nice play that time by the offense, getting the first down. They're up here in the second half, and they're moving the football. That's a great feeling.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has the injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Falcons official. Right now, all they will say is it's an upper body injury and that he will not be returning. Back to you.
Breaking huddle at the 8-yard line.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line, and this will end up as a 2-yard loss.
What a job by the defense down on the goal line. They were playing run all the way. It was a run. They got the penetration, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
Only 10 yards to go to the end zone.
Hey, how about that? The defensive line, everybody shifting to the left. I think they're expecting a run.
Second and goal from the 10. And that's a gain of 9.
Well, that last play almost got them in here. And when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
Inches to go.
And now he'll surge ahead.
Big decision for the coach this time, Jim. You failed on 3rd and goal. What do? Do you go for it? I say you call the play and you try to put up 7 points.
Should be an easy one here. And he puts it through for 3. Midway 3rd quarter and another 3 added to the lead, Phil. How about it?
Yeah, listen, it's been impressive. I like everything they're doing. That time they got down there and got the field goal. But on the other side, the coaching has been absolutely horrible, and you deserve to be losing.
Hesper's going to start his return. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Falcons just gave up some big turnover points. And let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
First down at the 24. But the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Halfway through the 3rd quarter. And Freeman has the catch. Freeman's met after a gain of 3.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Ryan's completion percentage, 90% on the day.
The D-line all talking. I think they're expecting run. That's why they're shifting to their left.
3rd and 7. Makes the reception. There's the offense picking up another first down on 3rd down. Now the offense in their hurry-up. 1st and 10. Freeman's handed the football. And that's a 2-yard gain. That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Tammy's got it. 1st down. That's his first reception today. They'll go no huddle. First down at the 49. It's intercepted.
What a job by the linebacker that time making that interception. Gets in good position. What a pair of hands. A linebacker who can do it all.
The Vikings have done a whale of a job taking their halftime lead and adding a whole lot more to it here in the 3rd quarter.
And they're just doing everything we saw them do in the first half. Just dominating the pace of play and just being more physical than the defense.
1st down at the 36. They run the counter play. Upshaw's there that time for the tackle.
Peterson's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
2nd and 8 coming up. The Falcons with a nickel look here on defense. Bridgewater's back in shotgun formation. Got the completion. The Vikings are in front thanks to their quarterback. Bridgewater's had a huge performance in this one.
When you talk about creating opportunities, that's where you have to give credit to the coaching staff. They have helped the players. The play designs have been good, and the players are taking advantage of it. The D-lines, they're seeing something on the offensive side. Everybody's shifting to their left.
Now 1st and 10. He'll pick up 7 this time. Second and 3 coming up. The Vikings come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Peterson running right through the trenches. Peterson's met after a gain of 8. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day. The Vikings offense has switched sides now and has the football as we begin the 4th quarter. At the line of scrimmage, the 34.
Let's go. Ready.
Here is the first snap of the final quarter. Allen's there to make the tackle.
Peterson's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. The Vikings all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Bud Dupree with the sack.
It is truly a bonus when you can take your outside linebacker and let him rush the quarterback and he can get a sack. Nice job that time by the outside linebacker.
Loss of 2 on that play. 3rd down. Quarters formation here for the defense. The Vikings come to the line. The first down marker is at the 24.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
And he hauls it in.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a fourth down.
That field goal should make their job a whole lot easier for the rest of this fourth quarter, Phil.
Yeah, it's kind of like you and I do in the games. Everything I do, I make everything easier for you, Jim.
Hester will run this one out. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Falcons offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
The Falcons snap it at the 26. Johnson's got the catch and the first. Freeman's lined up as the single back. He's got the catch. And now he'll dip out of bounds.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. That long gain sets them up here on this play. Looking to go up top again on first down. Almost intercepted. They come to the line of scrimmage at the 29. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Falcons have it at the 29. Joseph takes down the quarterback.
Oh, there's nothing worse as a quarterback to have pressure up the middle from an interior defensive tackle. Hard to see down the field, can't make a decision, and that time it leads to a sack.
The 37 is the line of scrimmage. Ryan will be taking this snap out of the pistol.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
The Falcons from the 37, and he's taken down again for the sack.
When you blitz on third down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high, but the rush, they're quick enough. They get there, and they sack the QB.
The coach is going to go for it. Ryan's alone in the backfield. The Falcons have it at the 44. Going for the deep ball. Falcons turn the ball over on downs.
The Falcons go for it on fourth down, and they do not get it done. Now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The Vikings put some points on the board on the previous possession. Although it was just a field goal, Phil, they'll be looking to add some more right here.
Oh, absolutely. I think they were disappointed in that last drive. You got it going. You think, here comes a touchdown, then it doesn't work, and you kick a field goal. So a little disappointed. That should give them some momentum to get tougher and make this happen and get a touchdown.
Playing press coverage to the outside.
When you see linebackers shifting around like this, what they're trying to do, confuse the quarterback. Well, that time the quarterback, nobody open as he drops back, so he scrambles out of the pocket, and he lives to play another day. Helps the offense. Instead of taking a sack, throws the football away.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Quarters formation here for the defense. There's some shifting around in the backfield. Bridgewater's going to take it from the gun. Fights through contact. The ball is fumbled. He's brought to a halt. Offense able to recover the fumble, and now it's third down. Bridgewater's hand's going to be dropped for the sack, and they're going to be punting after a short series.
Well, it's a game of chances in the NFL. It's third down. The defensive coordinator said, let's get after this quarterback. He sends the extra guys. He blitzes him, and they get there before the quarterback can react.
Hester's going to try and return this punt. Gains 17.
Hester's able to show off his talent on that punt return that time. What speed and quickness that allows him to break through some of that coverage and picks up good yards.
The Falcons taking the field again on offense. They paid the price for an aggressive decision on their last possession. Passing up on the field goal attempt and going for it on fourth down, then coming up short.
Yeah, look, no second guessing for me on that. I'll just say this. I'll give the defense a lot of credit. They were there. They were ready for the situation. They made the play, and that's why the offense came away with no points.
How do you think the offense is feeling right now after that coach's decision?
Well, shoot, they're disappointed. The coach believed in them. You know, they know the coach is showing faith. Well, he showed faith, and they let him down.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Ryan takes it from the gun. Calvin Johnson with the catch.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
No huddle time. First down and 10. Catch made. 2 minutes to go in the second half. The pass play was good for 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
He sends the halfback in motion. Ryan from the gun. Throws the pass. And it's knocked down.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Third and 5. Can't hold on here as it goes incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good. The football falls incomplete.
They bring back out the offense to go for it. The Falcons come out with a split backfield. They'll go shotgun here. Has it. Touchdown.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
Add the extra point. The kick is good. The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff. Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. The Vikings weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim, and you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
It's a bad business to be in. I know I get in a lot of bad businesses.
The Vikings lined up, bunch formation. First down at the 20. Peterson's going to take the handoff now. The Falcons defense now is going to go nickel. Second down and 13. Handoff made. And they are in on Peterson. Timeouts called, and we're going to step aside. Be back in just a moment. Third and 10 coming up. The Vikings get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
And Waller is there to catch the ball that had a lot of heat on it. First down here. Press coverage all the way. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Adrian Peterson takes the football. Allen's there to make the tackle. Falcons have to take their final timeout. That's it. Second down after going to the ground game the first play.
Let's go.
They want to keep feeding him the football. That's a gain of 7.
Jim, no surprise there. You got the lead. It's late in the game. You run the football, make that clock keep ticking. And you go over these situations so many times in practice. You got to manage the clock, know how much time you got left. They've done that well, and just keep running it.
Third and 2 here after the run. The Falcons defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. He's going to get another carry. And Weatherspoon in on the tackle.
Peterson's trying to find a way to pick up that short yardage situation on third down, but the defense does an outstanding job, especially the defensive line. Nowhere to run and no first down.
When you win in this round, you win in the divisional round. You know now they're just one more victory away from the Super Bowl stage. What a victory here today.
Yeah, it is. That dream that you have of going to the Super Bowl, we got a lot closer after today's game. And to beat such a quality opponent gives you confidence. You feel good about everything you're doing. You can't wait for that conference championship game.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.